Story of Snow White. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom covered with sparkling snow, a beautiful queen sat by her window stitching clothes. As she sewed, she pricked her finger, and 3 drops of blood fell onto the white snow outside. She wished, "I want a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony." Her wish came true. She gave birth to a baby girl and named her Snow White. But soon after, the queen fell ill and passed away. The king later married another woman, a proud and cruel queen, famous for her beauty. This new queen owned a magical mirror that spoke the truth. Every day she asked, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror would reply, "You, my queen, are the fairest of them all." Hearing this made the queen very proud. Years passed, and Snow White grew into a stunning young girl, kind, gentle, and naturally beautiful. One day, when the queen asked her mirror the same question, it replied, "Queen, you are fair, 'tis true. But Snow White is fairer than you." The queen's heart filled with jealousy and rage. She ordered her huntsman, "Take Snow White into the forest and never let her return." But when the huntsman reached the woods with Snow White, he felt pity. She was so innocent and sweet. He whispered, "Run, Snow White. Run far away. Never come back to the castle." Snow White ran deep into the forest. She wandered through tall trees and strange sounds until she discovered a tiny, charming cottage. Inside, everything was small, tiny chairs, tiny cups, tiny beds. Exhausted, she fell asleep across the little beds. This cottage belonged to 7 dwarfs who worked in a nearby mine. When they returned home, they were surprised to find Snow White sleeping. She woke up frightened, but the dwarfs were kind and welcomed her. "Stay with us, Snow White. We'll protect you." She agreed and lived happily, cooking, singing, and cleaning while the dwarfs worked. Meanwhile, the wicked queen again asked her mirror who was fairest. The mirror replied, "Snow White, living with the dwarfs, is still the fairest of them all." The queen was furious. Disguising herself as an old peddler woman, she visited the dwarf's cottage. Snow White, being kind, opened the door. The queen offered her a poisonous apple, half red and half white. Snow White took a bite, and instantly, she fell into a deep sleep. The dwarfs returned to find her lying lifeless. Heartbroken, they placed her in a glass coffin in the forest, unable to bury someone so beautiful. A prince riding by saw the sleeping Snow White and was enchanted. He asked the dwarfs if he could take her to his castle. As his servants lifted the coffin, the piece of apple stuck in her throat came loose. Snow White opened her eyes, alive again. The prince joyfully said, "I love you. Will you come with me to my castle?" Snow White agreed happily. The wicked queen later asked her mirror again and learned Snow White was alive and now queen of a neighboring kingdom. Enraged and defeated, her fate was sealed, and she was never heard from again. Snow White married the prince, and together they lived happily ever after.